A bird effigy. That's what I'm thinking. That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's a bird effigy. Well, let's see. Okay, there's a hollow down here. Let's see if I can get around it. Okay. Now I've got to find, there's one artist who did the bear. I want to find more of his rock art. Well, that is Maritime Archaic. This was a harpoon head. Yeah. It was attached to something when it was, this is like a barb. Yeah, that point up there acted like a barb when it was driven into swordfish or sea mammals. The wooden piece this was secured to would be, well, a line would be tied to this basically so the animal couldn't get away. So the sea mammal or whatever, whatever poor victim that was used on couldn't get away. That could be, that's definitely Maritime Archaic. This, I'll call it a little chisel or a really, really small adze or chisel for extra fine work. Or, I know, or could have been used as an awl as well. Oh, hello, Crabby. Well, here's an arrowhead. This came after, this is obviously used after Maritime Archaic. Now, I see what looks like a point. That could have been a maritime archaic point for like a harpoon. It could have, very easily. Now let's see. Yep, that is a definite Paleo-Indian point. This here would go on either an atlatl arrow or a spear. And that was well after that was well after the maritime archaic. Maritime archaic. Look how far on the ground down that was. I mean, you can see, yeah, that's a maritime archaic. I'm hoping to find that Folsom point again. That's what I'm looking for. I'm wondering where the heck did it go? And I picked it up and I videoed it. Put it back down. And then mysteriously it's gone. Yeah, another one of those. It's like a shale. A really old shale. Sorry, crab. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, hide. Yeah, I think some of the artwork I found. The bird effigies. The real fine small bird effigies, the ones that actually show the eyes, I think they were done by the either Paleo Eskimo or the red paint peoples. I'm guessing that's who did them. But that's the best I can do. I wasn't here, so that's an accident. Yeah, I know, I should have gone home and put a Band-Aid on it, but I didn't want to lose the tide. Okay, nothing special there. No. That's probably a breakaway. That could have been something, I don't know. It certainly looks like it might have been used. If it had a sharper point, it could have been used as it could have been used by the maritime archaic culture. And this is almost impossible. It's almost impossible to, those are things that just broke off over time, I guess. Accidental, I should say. Okay. No, okay. This is a piece of that's that kimberlite igneous rock. Oh, excuse me. No, nothing there. It's a very old piece of wood. I'm looking at the shape. But I get the image of it here anyway. This could have been used as a if a woman had done her hair up and she wanted a hairpin, something to hold her hair bun in, something to hold her hair in place, she might use something like this. I can only guess at it. That is... Okay, well, this isn't man-made. This is the way this formed. And I have to keep in mind this stuff I'm finding today in the modern time was buried deep beneath the earth a long time ago. And only the tides over thousands of years have unearthed it. What the heck is that? I'm going to call it an accident of nature. That's, but then again, I don't know. A great big question mark on that one. Yes, I'm in the same area I was in when I found the Folsom Point. Same view. I'm looking past the rock at that little bay. That Folsom Point is here somewhere. Really close by. I gotta look at this. Okay. That is a maritime archaic point. Obviously, it's no drill. because this material is so weak, if it hit a bone it would break. So it might be an accident or maritime archaic, because they're the only ones that really use the slate. They specialized in it. They had the real fancy fluted chisels and stuff like that. Oh, nice. That is really nice. That is a nice point right there. Where my thumb is, this is part of the harpoon point. It's part of the, this is maritime archaic for sure. Oh, I might as well work my back up here. That Folsom point will be impossible to miss, because it had the, that's another point, the refined arrowhead. I think they must have been used for they must have been used for hunting waterfowl or fish. That's the only thing I can think of. If you're going to what's this here? You don't use a great big spearhead to go for a salmon. You use a salmon type spear. If you're going for some other fish and you're using an arrow type projectile to go after it, or a spear type thing, you use a small head. Yeah, a small spearhead will go through a fish much more efficiently than a great big one. That's why I'm finding these little narrow arrowheads. Okay. Is there anything down here that I'm missing? There's a hole. Let's see what's in it. There might be something, you never know. Well, that could have been a tool, scraper. That could be a scraper. What is this? That might be a breakaway. It could be an arrow point. Well, no art. no falsing point. Well, that's okay, I guess. And there's one other thing I never found. I did not find fish hooks. Any stones shaped in the form of fish hooks, I never found those. They would have used, well, a piece of glass. No. They probably would have used bone or wood for fish hooks. That's what they would have used. Now, the type of fish hooks you would find, the gorge type. Basically, it depended on what size fish you wanted. For example, if you take a bone and you sharpen both ends of it, tie a line in the center, and then you put bait on it, the fish will start nibbling on it, and a fish might just try to swallow the whole thing down all at once, and they'll swallow it down perpendicular. But when you pull on that string, it pulls the stick sideways, and the stick gets caught in the within the belly or the gills of the fish, and you can pull the fish toward you and pull it out of the water. Voila, you got a fish. Then there was the bone hooks and stone hooks. They were basically check mark shaped hooks, and most had some kind of a barb, but they were fashioned from bone and stone. Yeah. And of course there was always your fish wares, fish nets, fish traps, woven fish nets. Had all that to use. Now, for example, somewhere off the shoreline of the west side, somewhere down there, there is a 700-year-old stoneware, the remains of it. You can only see it at low tide, or if you go swimming